Y'all are driving me crazy. Like, seriously. My friends on Facebook, my friends on Facebook. I mean, the whole feed is just insane, unhinged. I'm in a very conservative town, and I usually have issues with people in town anyway because they don't agree with stuff I say. But now it's crazy because of Charlie Kirk, and they've completely martyred him, as I knew they would, and singing his praises. He's such a wonderful man, exemplary person. Don't say anything bad about him. And I keep getting accused of celebrating his murder, which I have not at all. I was actually horrified to see that video and, kind of shaken about it. And it was right after Irina, the woman on the train. And I mean, it's just a lot to see in 1 week. My brain's about to explode. But anyway, no, I'm not celebrating his murder. I don't condone it. I don't condone violence of any kind. It doesn't matter who the victim is. I don't condone guns violence at all. And people know this, so I don't even know why they would even pretend. And I'm talking about some people like really know me, like friends, and they are accusing me of this because I can't say, oh, poor man, he was so wonderful. No, Charlie Kirk was not a wonderful man. He was a bad man. And I mean, anybody who knows me on TikTok or any platform knows that I have condemned things he said, and I follow people who have been very active in trying to counteract things he said. I mean, there was the whole Unfuck America tour, which turned out to be a whole debacle, but they try to counteract the crap that he spews. It was shocking that he died, that he was killed that way. I mean, like the whole thing has just been completely shocking. And I don't ever condone killing, even when people say stuff about Trump, like somebody should take him out. I don't agree with that. I don't. I didn't agree with the attempts on him. I don't agree with violence. Never did. I did not agree with Louis G. Mangione stuff. If you go back on my TikTok videos, you'll find a video about that where I said I don't agree with this stuff. I'm not going to be a party to that. I don't participate in those kinds of things because that's not me. That's not my heart. I cannot be that kind of person because once we become those kind of people, where do we go from there? And I mean, it's up to everybody the kind of people they want to be. Just me personally, that is not me. That's not how I want to be. So anyway, people are like, I'm so disappointed in you celebrating his death. I'm disappointed in you for, number one, thinking that about me and totally dismissing the fact that I do not condone guns. I mean, really, at all. I wish nobody owned a gun. I wish we had really strict rules like in England, Australia, places where you cannot have a firearm, especially one to hurt people, that you just have them for hunting. I'm disappointed in you for that, for even thinking that. And number two, I'm disappointed in you for supporting this racist bigot and pretending he's a good man and saying things like, oh, he's in heaven now and all these things. I mean, if you really believe that, then I have serious questions about you and your religion. And that's just alarming to me. I mean, there are so many quotes from Charlie Kirk, hateful, horrible quotes that people are justifying and saying, you took that out of context. Clips don't count. And you know who you are who said that. Clips don't count. Okay. I'm sure you have no problem clipping any of this that I'm saying. So since when do clips not count? He said the words. Whether you want to add a few to it or not, he said the words, and they don't lose their meaning depending on whether you are showing the entire video or just a snippet. It's still the same thing. In closing, this is just a mess, and it really reveals who people are. And yes, it is very disappointing. And if I've disappointed you, I'm so sorry. But not really, because this is me. This has always been me. Don't act surprised when I say something about somebody being a racist. Why are we surprised? I mean, it just amazes me. I have biracial children. I've been speaking out about racism for as long as I can remember. And people still are shocked that a white woman would say anything about racist people. Like, you don't get it at this point that I am not racist and I'm not going to be a party to it. You think just because I'm white, I'm going to side with your bigotry, even though my children are black. Why would I do that? It doesn't even make sense. You think I betray my own flesh and blood, my kids, to support a racist ideology? Yeah, you don't know me at all. As much as I try to turn, I don't want to say a blind eye, because I definitely say shit and address things. So that's not what I'm saying. But as much as I try to keep certain people in my life, whether it's at arm's length or closer, because they're the people in my life, for better or worse, I still love them, even if I don't agree with everything they say. And sometimes we must do these things to keep peace. I know people don't like to hear that, but it is true. To a certain extent, it is true. But, it's getting harder to do that. And as I get older, I just don't have time for the bullshit anymore. My kids are getting older, so they see the stuff, and I don't know. I mean, it may be time to cut more ties than I already have, and that's really sad to me. And it's also scary, and I mean, it's just really a tragedy, when people are so horrible and so determined to be hateful that you have to start considering maybe these people shouldn't be in your life at all. And like I know like people who watch this, they don't know me well, and they'll say, well, they shouldn't be in your life anyway, just cut the ties, But as we all know, I mean, it's always easier said than done. It is. And you can think whatever you want about me for saying that. I'm just saying the truth. My truth, that it is easier said than done to cut ties with certain people. Whatever. These are just my thoughts. I have more. I've shared more on Facebook. I'm honestly sick of fighting and hearing the nonsense. Like I said, my feed is insane right now on Facebook. And right now, TikTok is the place where I can come for sanity, because my algorithm shows me people who make sense, who are logical, and who aren't hateful. So there's that. So thank you, people of TikTok, for having some sense and for being a place I can actually go where I'm not the odd one out. Anyway, I'm not going to mourn Charlie Kirk. I don't care what you say. I'm not going to celebrate his death because I think it's horrible to have more gun violence and to have a person executed in front of however many people were there, in front of his children, his wife. I mean, the whole thing was horrific, but I'm certainly not going to mourn him. And I'm not going to take back anything I said or sharing any quotes that he has said. Those are his own words. I mean, he said a few people, more than a few, need to die in order for us to have the Second Amendment rights. He didn't want gun reform. And, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, when saying that, he was okay with being one of those sacrificed for what he considered the greater good, which is Second Amendment rights. So, you know, how can I feel bad about that? He died by what he preached, you know? So it's kind of, it's really ironic, is the whole thing, you know. I don't know. I don't even pretend to understand anyone's logic anymore. And I'm tired. We're all tired.